Hi guys, alright, so today I'm doing a review of the 88 Matte Eyeshadow Palette. Now I got mine on hautelook.com. They had a sale for crown brushes, and I was just looking at it to see if there were cheap brushes or brush rolls that I could purchase, and I ended up seeing this palette, and so I automatically picked it up, and yeah. So this is the 88 palette. Comes in a matte black box, and then those are the ingredients. And let me show you guys. So this is how it looks. There's no labels, no nothing. And then that is how it looks. Let me take the plastic cover off. So this is how the palette looks. It has a mirror and spots for sponge applicators, and it said online that it would come with them, but for some reason mine was empty. And unfortunately I have a few things to complain about. I got this from hautelook, and if you guys have ever bought from hautelook, you know that they usually, when they send it, everything's just wrapped in tissue paper, which is wonderful. But for an eyeshadow palette like this, you're definitely going to need something more than just tissue paper, and unfortunately they didn't use bubble wrap or anything. So what ended up happening was this eyeshadow right here broke off. This one right here broke off too. So when I opened it, this really intense purple color was all over every single one of my eyeshadows. And I mean, this one was a little bit better. This one was just like the dome, because you can see they're all kind of domed. So that one is just like the top dome part came off, but this one literally shattered. So my whole entire eyeshadow palette was covered in kind of like the finely milled kind of almost like pigment all over them. So that was really annoying for me. I felt like they should know better than to just put it in tissue paper, because that's not gonna work. But anyways, let's just get on with the review. I got mine for $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping, and then I also had a $10 credit from hautelook, so it ended up to be around $17.95, I believe. So they say this is a matte palette, but there's a mix of like pure matte colors and then also eyeshadows with shimmery textures, so they're not all matte. So starting off from over here, you start with these highlight colors. So these are just really light colors that would be perfect for highlighting your like inner V or like right under your eyebrows. So these are gorgeous, gorgeous highlight colors. Then you start going down, and there's these kind of like skin tone colors. So this would be kind of like base colors and stuff like that. The second row starts with two yellowy colors, and then it goes back to kind of tan skin tone colored eyeshadows. So these two rows are very light neutrals. The third row starts with very light greens, and then you go down. This one is very similar to MAC Bitter, and then you go all the way down to dark forest greens. The fourth row is like blues, aquamarine colors. Fifth row is very similar, with starting with sky blues and going down to deeper blues. This row starts with blues once again, but more with like a tinge of maybe like an aqua color. And then in the middle you have this gorgeous like light lavender color, dark blue, and you end with this like royal plum color. Okay, sorry. And then the next row you have like pinks, baby pinks, and you go down and down, and then more like fuchsia colors, And then the next row, this way, you have more kind of purpley pink colors. Over here you start off with like a baby peach color, and then it goes down to oranges and reds, and then the last two rows are very earth tone colors. So you start with like browns, very neutral. This whole row is just like neutrals, really good for every day. And then the last row are like grays, and the last one is black. This one is just like the dark matte burgundy color. Sorry, I'm still a little sick, so but anyways, this eyeshadow palette really blew me away. I was hoping for at least 3 or 4 eyeshadows that would be good pigmentation, good texture, and work really well so that it was kind of worth my money. And it ended up being that 90% of these eyeshadow colors are just crazy pigmented. And I'll just, lightly swatch a few for you guys. For example, this black, and then this color right here, the second one. It's crazy, like burgundy color. Forest green color. There's some, this crazy silver color. I mean, the dark colors are just really, really pigmented. Sorry, just like wiping off on a piece of paper. Even the lighter colors are really pigmented. So I'll just show you this baby blue, sky blue color, this lavender color there, this yellow color. Ooh, I'll just show you guys this one. This red color. I mean, look how crazy those are. So I was really, really pleasantly surprised at the pigmentation and the textures. I also like the fact that they're not all matte, which is really good because you get a nice mix of shimmery colors and then pure matte colors, and it makes it a lot more fun with the different textures and everything. All the eyeshadows are very, very soft. Some of them are almost like too soft. Let me just show you one of them that's a little, like this one right here. Whenever I try to swatch it, I feel like, or if I try to use it, I feel like the eyeshadow itself is like crumbling, and I'm always too scared to like press too hard with my brush and stuff because it's so soft in texture. But anyways, yeah, I think this eyeshadow palette is really, really great, especially for makeup beginners, just because there's so many colors here. You can experiment with them and see which ones you like. They're not like full-size eyeshadows. I would say they're dime size, but they're kind of domed, so you actually get quite a bit of product, because most eyeshadows are just flat. Sorry, I can't get it off. Most of them are flat, but these are like dome shaped, so there's actually more product than just a little dime size of it. And I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about these. These are really great for anyone who's kind of scared, like, oh, I will never use this palette, there's just too many colors in there. I mean, these 2 rows and these 2 rows, oops, sorry, these last two are really great for every day. So, those 2 rows, or those 4 rows, you would use a lot as an everyday kind of eyeshadows. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the inner 7 rows are just more for colorful looks that you want to do. But I think this is really great. I mean, the quality is up to par with MAC and Urban Decay. There are a few in here that are just really, really bad, but they're very rare. For example, like over here, the last 2, I mean, they look exactly the same. They look like the same eyeshadow, the 2 silver ones, but the first one, oh wow, it decides to show up when I do a video. But you can kind of see that, like, oh my gosh, wow. Never mind. See, usually when I swatch it, the first one is not very good, and then the second one is amazing. But it decided to actually be pigmented today, so now I look like an idiot. But you know, a lot of these are really, really pigmented. There's not one, but you know, like maybe 5 or 6 that are just really bad, that really have no pigmentation at all. But those are really rare. I mean, most of them give you really, really nice pigmentation. There's a good mix of colors. This would work for anyone with like warm skin tone, cool skin tone. These colors would work for really anyone. So yeah, I think this is just like a wonderful, wonderful palette. Now there's 88 eyeshadows in here, so I'm not going to be able to swatch every single one of these eyeshadows for you guys. But if you guys want me to maybe try to like do a video with just pictures that I take of rows and then the swatches on my arms, I can try to do that for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Lily decided to jump up. Lily! Sorry, my dog's just being fat. And yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, comments, or anything, just comment below or message me, and I would gladly get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, bye guys.